February 24th, 12:40 p.m. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. We are in some trouble if we can't figure this out. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner, I'm just a man, same as you, one interest in civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, wait, no, you're a patrolman. As for a name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind. I never heard Edward described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? The Desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Yeah, I kinda wanted to, Judge. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Thank you. I'm having trouble getting into his lingo. My job was to keep a wary eye on the bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent driver, man. Yeah. Can't say I particularly care for your attitude. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even old cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence. Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? Not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weakness now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. My job is to keep a wary on the Born Orchard. Okay. He used to be a detective, so he used the evidence in the past. Of course, back in the 90s, the locker was a gold mine of evidence. Yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I know good with machines. Couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that you mention it, Detective Gunji said he's something like that too. Alright. It's a room. I was eating spaghetti. Not even angel steak lunches can be Pyro's finest spirit pasta. Oh, do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police and eat some noodles? Not at all, Desperados. Eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually what it just says. Do you not want to raise this here? Hold on. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right. Bring the pinning into a straight their jaw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back into prison. Trinkets. Better with the ante. Do we just present? Okay, we just presented. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd that is you being called in to testify like this? After all, weren't you in the security room at the time of the crime? And yet you dragged me down here? Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene, or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects and make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Yeah, but what about the blood? Only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? Blood was wiped away, however. A luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, it seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall, about the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Yeah, I need some explanation, please. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker with my fingerprint, where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know that the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. How did you know? Let's feel it. Alright, I wanna... By chance? That's big chance. That's it. Get the one thing straight, partner. You ain't done. You wanna know why? Completely unrelated. Do I just present the thing again, or... Nope. Okay. Let's just... Okay. Unrelated. They're doing some kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, the other got a type of murder. That's right. Although saying like Tony tipping. How do you know that? I may be alarmed, but I still do my job. But keep on buying reports. But by murder, that's right. It's on the gumshoes locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. What do you mean? What happened to the place? I need to look at my evidence. Something that... Do I press... Do I present... What? Oh my gosh, I gotta think this. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Touch. Oh, what do I do? I'm Oh my gosh. Okay. I got. There's that. Oh, is that it? Man, I am one of the most stupidest people. This sealed blood and there's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. As long as my child isn't there, you can't say otherwise. Yeah. Please consider carefully, question. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, consider your testimony, Officer Marshall. Wait a moment. Oh, frick, wait a moment. What do you mean by that? This is I'm sorry, guys. I am being the most stupid idiot right now. So, that is an difference you have. But that video is next to users is full of blind spots. Blind spots. Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The reflections shown. If someone familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. You don't have time for your speculations, right? Oh, Mr. Wright, okay, it's optional as present. Yes? I think I can. Alright. I think I got it. I think I got it. It's... Oh, man. There. What's this in your locker, mister? Okay, come on. Is there a mistake I find? The day is show in Texas. Can you sum up what you guys say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Okay, there we go. That locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Yeah, the Meekin's out cold. Yeah, there it is. Yep, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime? Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Ugh, I thought I could take a little bit of a breather since we're getting somewhere. Something appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you're in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened the locker when the camera was turned away. Order. Let's see. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the only one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Are you the... yeah, he is a stupid... Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy is just playing... This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who could have opened that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call you bluff. Now prove it. Okay. Here. A fingerprint sensor? Yep, we talked about this earlier today. The locker's gonna be opened by detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is that? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. Okay, so locks aren't that obvious. There are some people down the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I'm gonna eat on this jerky. I got one word for you, partner. No! Did we get him? Did we finally get him? Order, explain yourself, witness. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Let me eat this jerky. Ole, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure out the rest from here. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yeah, Officer Meekin didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems this guy has an answer. Yep, I do. We finally get somewhere. Time of the crime. He was right here, the victim. Officer Marshall was staying right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct, unless that man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekin's witnessed a detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the... He didn't see the man's face! He said it multiple times! Let's talk about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered, asked him to show me his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? Why did that have to happen? Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If a man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture's on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? I'm gonna eat my jerky again. I love this jerky. You got quite an imagination, partner. It's called circumstantial evidence. He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard. Oh, gosh. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt? Well, okay, I don't have anything like that. I can sense fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the only that couldn't take the desert heat. This can't be happening! Now she's the one, what can I do? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? Pressing for info! For me, that would be what you used to tell me. Yeah, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that the Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for the king because he was in disguise. What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance he might be discovered later as he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Yes. After the crime was committed, yeah. He opened his own locker for some unknown reason and stuck something in. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps a video is the key to our answered questions. I don't even The witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Wait, I think I know. Okay. There must have been. Wait. Yeah, right here. For some reason, these guys saw Detective Gunn and entered the evidence room, though I don't know what to end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When you asked to show your ID, you pulled a knife on him. Yeah? However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat? You couldn't just walk out like that. And so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. We got him. Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you were today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. See, the time has come. Alright. Let's hear it. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID, and just like him, I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas would be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you? But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is that he's a donor. That is way too much blood. He would have died. Okay, what do I do here? Do what? When you say it, you mean you even had the ex-partner? The SL9 incident. Yeah, the case is closed. No, but what did you... Okay. I wanted to have a look at one time, no matter what the cost. Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of the investigation. Why does he care so much about... I have a feeling I know what to do. But I want to press everything just to make sure, because I had a habit not doing that. Are these guys Goodman? They didn't make it look like Goodman's got out the evidence central. Had the arrest for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? Stole from the morning of the incident. That really was... I returned to it. I was on the floor of the prosecutor's parking lot. The ID card found was that... Okay, so essentially, you managed to succeed despite the lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprint unless you go for surgery. Yeah. Okay. You pull a knife on Officer Inch. Surprise. I only plan on being in the answer for more than 5 minutes. I want to press you on this before I press you. The blood. Why are you blind? The victim showing them the tape is me and the locked it. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. Where's the evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Weird. I better take another look at the files. I have a feeling. Nope, not it. Okay, let's press it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Just remember, it's also for you to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple gun salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. I'll do anything to get answers I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. You know why? Why? Here's something. The dark case. It involves serial marriage. I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Now do I present? Yeah, now I present it. Yeah, I have a feeling I know what it is too. Oh, it's a sad one. It's not an easy one to understand. I'm already getting the gut feeling. Sounds like you've been sipping too much of the cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 instant file right here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Yeah, I'm sure you heard the name. 2 years ago, you received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now remember, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. Right, that's right. He was killed. The case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. Oh, that hurts. That hurts bad. Ow. I'm sorry for your loss, man. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gannon, the deputy chief of police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were all desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. And it was the first time Dark left behind any evidence that was all we needed. He was arrested and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in the fight. And that's it. That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's certain. Now we know what happened at the police station was at the day of the crime. The last day SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Oof. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. This mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place on police day. Edgeworth, things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. Edgeworth, I swear to gosh. That's it. Excuse me. This fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. No insurance, please stay kind. That means the murder in the prosecutor's parking was the real one. Which in turn means the only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Alana Sky. But wait, the verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remains the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect was on the sky. The testimony of one innocent officer is incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. We're doing this shtick again. Arrgh! Really, Phoenix? Really? I had more faith in you. The rest of my case. No! Oh. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security tape really was a fake, but I didn't realize that would end up proving Wright guilty. Now then, time for the verdict, because this court finds the defendant. Hold it! Who's holding it? Emma! Wait! Emma? The defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Right. What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? More or less right now, yeah. Your Honor, in a sense, please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edward, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. That's all we needed. I was kind of in shock. I'm finding out the SL9 incident referred to Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Scott and sisters are in the file. Emma, please don't say what you're going to say, but that's when I figured out what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I know his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found in the Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined scientific, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry. Guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Emma, is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. Hey, we cross-examined a second grader. We cross-examined a second grader, so we don't have any limitations here. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can say Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy, why? Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is controlled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be more obvious, but still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, well, I'll be... Yes, Your Honor. What could be wrong with the handprint and Detective Gumshoe's locker? There has to be a problem with it, or else we'll just lose. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. I may be grasping, but it's the only thing I could do. I've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at the floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something that hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that when drawn, completely changed the meaning of the blood mark. Blood spray to defenses and trying to simply buy time. Brown, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, something I could use. Which end can prove something is missing? Is it the blue badger? What about the piece of plywood? The blue badger, mascot of the police force, defender of the truth and guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Yes, please, because I'm the grass against straws here. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger's not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. Right where this is where he was dancing at the scene of the crime. Well, what? Mr. Edward gets it! As long as the blue badger's dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint on the spot on that locker. Oh yeah, that means there's another there was a murder there. So that means there was a murder there. Means it can't be done. Why are you saying blood traces are undeniably found in the locker? Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought in the blue badger to the evidence room, right? And put it down, it would be impossible. Yeah! Yes, just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. May sound far-fetched, Your Honor. And we're not talking about the Galarian far-fetched. But it's only possible explanation. February 21st, in the police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by a security camera. Meekins cut his hand from which the trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is, the other time... that handprint was completely blocked. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered! That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your third claim. How do you explain the locker opened then? The murder portrayed on the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, it does not explain the blood mark found in the locker and why his locker was opened. So then, assuming this murder you propose really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. To summarize the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, yeah? Another incident took place in that evidence room. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Okay, that's much ridiculous. Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident... Truth? It had to be... right here, the IDs. Right? If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card. Oh, the ID card record! One is unaccounted for! What, whoever that is, Officer Meekins brought the blue badger panel to the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Aha! Ah! Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? Never thought you figured you'd be the nerd boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminal test blood that was there. However, when a second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim and carry his body away. And clean the blood, unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edward entered the evidence room. 420. Where is that Super 7 at the top? Only one card. The 7 sevens. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with whatever Super 7, the 7s. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number it is. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7 belongs to someone with a high rank, captain or higher. Someone who is so-called executive officer. You don't have the authority to inquire into such person's identity. Well, that's a murder. That's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against the executive is accepted. Official charge. You're all like, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how prosecutor office operates. Not the time, man. Not the time. Keep that to yourself. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we would have looked up her ID number, and it's not 77777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I wanted to know is one thing about that incident. SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? That is a question. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana? I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law, but before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? Ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial, 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look at me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Huh? Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. Oh. See? That's what I'm talking about. Ew. That hurts. No. No! Order! Violence remark caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. I have no words. I legitimately have no words. I got a lot to take in. See you guys next time.